Hi, so my name is Terry, and I'm a rising sophomore at Bellarmine College Prep. So, for my starter project, I chose a temperature sensor display, which utilizes a temperature sensor and displays the information to a liquid crystal display, or LCD. The starter project taught me the necessary skills for my main project, such as soldering, and introduced me to the Arduino IDE. So, my main project, as Asher just mentioned, is a line-following car, or it can also be remote controlled. So, the line following. As you can see in the video, I can't actually demonstrate the line following right now because I do not have a line to follow on the table. So the line following works by using two IR sensors, which I have mounted to the bottom of my car. The IR sensors detect the edge of the black line and steers the car in whatever direction the line is going. So my car is driven by it has two DC motors. One of the DC motors is used to drive my car, and the other is used to control steering. So the two DC motors are then wired up to a motor driver, which allows me to use an Arduino to control the two motors, which makes it possible for me to steer and move the motors in all necessary directions. I also have this remote control here. This remote control was actually a second modification to my original line-following car, and the remote control uses an Arduino Nano and two joysticks. The two joysticks provide analog data, which is then transmitted through my NRF, which I can configure as a transmitter or receiver, to another NRF, which is hooked up to my Uno on my car, and I can transmit data. So here's a demo of the So yeah. That's it. So, some setbacks and issues I encountered along the way were trying to troubleshoot two broken Arduino Nanos for my remote control. That took quite a lot of time. I was also unfamiliar with the Arduino IDE, so I also took some time to learn that. But I think my greatest challenge would have been trying to figure out how my line following would work. Since I did not know what exact method I would use to detect the line and follow the line, I spent a few days, on almost a week, trying to work with the mentors and looking online to figure out what kind of method I would use. But right after that, I was able to code up the rest of it pretty quickly. But then I also encountered the second setback, which was trying to make my turning radius ideal. Because I had a very small track, and my turning radius is physically limited to this very small radius. Like, my car had to move very slowly, and it took quite a bit of testing. I took about another week to do the testing and to get it to where it is right now. Some future improvements I would like to make would include adding an accelerometer on my remote control, which would allow me to control the car based on the way I tilt my remote control. I would also like to add an accelerometer and compass onto my car itself so I could get data based on its speed and its direction. I also have this potentiometer here, which I want to have it wirelessly control the speed of my car. Overall, I would like to say my experience at BlueStep has been pretty good. I don't think it could have been better. I really enjoyed interacting with my friends, or my newfound friends and my peers. BlueStep has really taught me train my time management. It has taught me how to organize my kind of organize and streamline my build process, and taught me a new work ethic. So I really think it's kind of changed.
You mentioned you use a NRF. What's that?
The NRF is like a radio. It stands for nearby radio frequency. So it's just like a simple radio.
How thick does your wire have to be?
Oh, so I spaced my sensors really wide, so I have to have it like a very thick line. I guess the line in the video is about like 2 inches, 1.5 to 2 inches.
So for your car in line following mode, if there's no line detector, what does your car do?
I have it coded so that if there's no line detected, all motors shut off, so just stop, restart.
So what's the method you use to detect line? So you're struggling
Oh.
to pick the method.
Oh, the method?
Right now you use.
It's edge detection, so I have two infrared sensors, and they detect the edge of the line. So if the left infrared sensor detects the edge of the line. That means I have to turn a bit more left to avoid the line. It seems
The detect edge of line, you use a image processing.
infrared sensor.
Infrared.
Infrared.
Terry, you want to show what they look like from the
Oh,
bottom?
it's kind of hard to tell because they're really small, but these are the infrared sensors. The ones that are green.
All right, thank you, Terry.